forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. You will all be faced with fear during your career. I don't mean the fear of being shot at or someone yelling or screaming at you, the fear of unknown, which could be anything. It could be different from each one of you. There isn't one person in this building today that hasn't ever experienced fear. Let fear drive you to do better. Let it protect you and add caution. Although we have it, we move forward and past it when most will run. I've learned throughout my career that one situation is rarely the same as the next, and even if it is, you may not handle it the same way every time. You will be challenged to think quick on your feet, sometimes in a split second. Yes, you will make mistakes, but it's what you learn from and carry away from those mistakes that will matter. You'll find yourself being your biggest critic, asking yourself, what could have I done differently? What can I do different next time? Don't be afraid of those moments, as they are great teaching tools that enable you to grow and become a better person. As Theodore Roosevelt said, the only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. Today's graduation culminates 14 weeks of rigorous, specialized training that have prepared you to go back to your respective departments and practice what you've learned. I am sure your academy experiences in some ways had its challenges. You've had to keep your uniforms clean, study for your exams, hone in on your firearm skills, and excel at driver's training, all the while trying to keep your personal life intact while away from home for 4 months. I would like to congratulate all of you for making it to graduation and personally thank all of your family members here today for the sacrifice they have made and help with your success. These sacrifices that you and your family have made will keep you and your community safe. It will build you into better officers. Don't think for 1 minute you will leave here and all that you've learned will be useless when you get to your assigned departments. Not only have you learned the importance and developed skills to do this job, but you have gained friends and colleagues you will communicate with and call on when you need help, even if it's just to lend an ear. The bonds you've created these last 14 weeks with fellow students, instructors will be with you a lifetime. I was asked to prepare a 5 to 7 minute speech, which is supposed to motivate you and get you pumped up and ready to go out there and to perform your duties. So I decided to get out the old Webster dictionary. Yes, I actually still own one. And look up the definition of motivation. It stated, the psychological feature that arouses an organism to action towards a desired goal. The reason for the action which gives purpose and direction to behavior. Some other things that are part of motivation that I kept seeing while doing this research included goals. We should have goals in our lives, whether home or at work. Willingness to do something or the reason to act. In this profession, there is always a willingness and a desire to do something and act upon it instead of standing by and letting it just happen. Desire to do, desire to drive, goal-oriented behaviors, all these describe us perfectly. We don't ask for much, but we tend to be motivated to serve our communities. I ask myself, what are some of the things that motivate me? Talking to citizens and community and hearing them thank us for our continued commitment to the community. Putting on the uniform, lacing your boots, putting on the vest, the gun belt, and finally the badge. I'm sure I've not been doing this near as long as some of you in the crowd, but I can tell you, I look forward to putting on the uniform, going 10-8 on a shift for the day. I can't imagine doing anything different or ever getting tired of it. You all know we can sit and talk for hours. It doesn't matter who it is or where it is, we just like to talk. It's almost like we were born with this ability. And boy, there are times when it bugs the heck out of our families. All joking aside, a big part of our jobs is being able to talk to people, regardless of color, race, religion, sex, or emotional state of mind. This isn't always easy, as generally we are the ones that they have to talk to get things resolved. This job is tough and does not come with a lot of praise or thank yous most days. There are a lot of negativities surrounding law enforcement now, but I believe there is also a good in the world that is worth protecting and fighting for. I tell people, God gave me broad shoulders, but believe me, there are days when it don't feel so big. So focus on the good in people, not the bad. Soak in those thank yous from the citizens in your community. Lean on your brothers and sisters for support and communicate with your loved ones, for those are the things and people that will get you through all days. I recently went around speaking to the citizens in our community, and I asked them what came to mind when they thought about law enforcement. It was things like bravery, heroism, protectors, trustworthy. There were several more, but you get the point. These are the words and images that are bestowed upon us. That is what you pride yourself on, not the hate, not the negative, not the hurtful things they will call you. When I leave duty in the morning, I kiss my wife and tell her I love her and see her later. It's that promise that I make to her every day of seeing her later that reminds me how important it is to do my job well, with total focus, to make it home safe, where they rely on us to be there for them, to protect them, to love them. This morning while preparing my uniform, I looked down at my badge, and I was proud of the fact that I've worn it for 18 years. To a lot of people, it may not mean much, but to me it does. It's not just a badge with a number or a name, but a representation of the hard work that I put in during my career and trust places in me when I took the oath as police officer back in 2005 with a basic class of 179 here at KLETC. I hope that each of you, when you look at your own badge, remember not only how hard you've worked these last couple of months, but the power, duty, the trust that comes with wearing it. In your career, I urge you to temper the power of the badge with humanity, patience, and respect, because those qualities will enable you to become a better person and to serve your communities. Conduct yourself with honor, remembering that your personal credibility and reputation are the most important assets that you possess. I know I can speak on each one of your departments and families. We are proud of your accomplishments today. As you go forward into this profession, continue to make us proud by carrying yourself with these things I've mentioned: honor, dignity, and respect. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. I wish all of you in the graduating class the best in your profession. Thank you.
Sheriff, on behalf of the 295th Basic Training Class, please accept this plaque as a thank you for taking your time and passing on your wisdom. We appreciate you, Sheriff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
At KLETC, we recognize student officers who have excelled in various professional skill sets. For the 295th, we're going to start with fitness. Fitness being a key component in an officer's life. It helps them deal with the daily stress they'll face, and it aids them in maintaining a healthier lifestyle, enabling them to better mitigate the dangers that they may encounter. During their time here at KLETC, all the members of the 295th Basic Training Class were engaged in a fitness routine. The 200-Mile Club was created to recognize those student officers that completed 30 push-ups in a minute, 30 sit-ups in a minute, ran a mile and a half in 18 minutes or less. Additionally, they had to log 200 or more miles outside of their regular activities here at KLETC. The 295th Basic Training Class had 3 officers who had completed those goals. Will the following students please stand? Tony Asquith, Galena Police Department. Julia Raymond, Riley County Police Department. And Justin Smithson, Riley County Police Department. Please join me in recognizing these students for their hard work and achievement as members of the 200-Mile Club. We'd also like to recognize 2 of these individuals for their exceptional hard work during the 200-Mile Club Challenge. Tony Asquith of the Galena Police Department, and Julia Raymond, the Riley County Police Department. Please join me at the podium. Officer Asquith completed 239.23 miles as a member of the 200-mile club, the most miles completed for this basic training class, is being awarded this medal for a job well done. Officer Raymond, for her efforts and hard work during the 200-mile challenge, this medal is awarded to you for being the most improved as a member of the 200-mile club in push-ups, sit-ups, and the mile-and-a-half run. For your great effort, this medal is awarded. You may be seated. Next, the Firearms Top Shot Award. It recognizes a student officer from the 295th Basic Training Class for their firearms proficiency and being the class top shooter. Officer TJ Powell from the Hutchinson Police Department, please join me at the podium. Officer Powell has shown great skill and proficiency in both firearms qualification and during the tactical shooting drills. Shooting is a perishable skill and truly requires constant effort to maintain your abilities. DJ, you've shown great effort and shown how practice and your effort has paid off. DJ, this medal is awarded to you for being the top shot of the 295th Basic Training Class. You may be seated. KLETC also recognizes student officers who excel in academics by placing them on the Director's Honor Roll. For an officer to be recognized for achieving academic excellence and being placed on the Director's Honor Roll, the student officer must have achieved an average of 94% or greater academically. We actually have 2 officers that have accomplished the goal and being recognized as part of the Director's Honor Roll. Julia Raymond, Riley County Police Department, and Justin Smithson, Riley County Police Department. Congratulations. That's really, truly quite an honor. As a further honor, though, the student officer on the Director's Honor Roll with the highest overall academic score is awarded the Larry Welch Award of Academic Excellence. This award is named for former KLETC Director and retired Kansas Bureau of Investigations Director, Larry Welch. On behalf of the instructors and the staff of the Kansas Law Enforcement Training Center, it's my privilege to announce Julia Raymond, Riley County Police Department. Please join me at the podium. Officer Raymond has achieved the Director's Honor Roll in recognition and being the recipient of the Larry Welch Award of Academic Excellence. Her efforts truly paid off. She had an impressive 96.35 academic achievement. Congratulations, Julia. Well done. It's now time for the class president for the 295th Basic Training Class to deliver a few brief remarks on behalf of the graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, the 295th Basic Training Class President, Officer Andrew Lee of the Riley County Police Department. Andrew.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you to all the friends and family who were able to attend this graduation of your loved ones. I would also like to thank all of the families who held down their homes, their kids, and their responsibilities while your loved ones were attending this academy over the past 14 weeks. You had your own challenges to overcome as we had ours, and possibly even more stressful. And a thank you to the sheriffs, chiefs, and directors who diligently selected the best applicants to send through this academy and to represent their department in their communities. I believe you all made wonderful choices. As far as the academy, I would like to thank everyone who made this experience happen from the beginning of our careers in law enforcement. from maintenance, who maintained our living areas, to the administrators and instructors, who not only put up with our nonsense at times, but taught us many valuable, fundamental skills needed to survive in this profession, while also giving us the tools to serve our communities. And to our class coordinator, Rob McClarty, who was with us every day along this journey, checking on our health, and at times giving us pep talks when we weren't performing to the potential he knew that we were capable of. But any problem, big or small, we all knew that he had an open door and would listen to every issue at any time of day and really listen to what's bothering us. Having a leader who truly cared in our corner truly made this experience a lot better. Now, to speak about our class, I would like to start in thanking Class 295 for the honor and privilege of representing this class. Although, to tell the truth, everyone in this class acted with the same responsibility at times, some even more than I did. I can't count how many times I've seen someone in this class go out of their way to help a fellow classmate who may be struggling, anywhere from family concerns to tests to personally helping me through OC spray, because I had a very tough time with OC spray. But even though I couldn't see who was helping me, or much of anything at all, I had hands on my back and words of encouragement, so I knew that my class had my back. The class is truly a selfless group. Every single person in this class had the desire to see us all succeed. I believe this class demonstrated a set of core values that will be translated into their careers and into their communities. This profession is one of the most difficult, from the risk of any traffic stop or public interaction to the political and social pressures to always make the right decision, sometimes in a split second. I think it takes truly great people to want to become a law enforcement officer in a time like this, and a truly great family to support their decisions to do so. Throughout our experience here at KLETC, we learned how to do all the fun stuff, shoot guns, drive fast, defensive tactics. But that was only a very small part about what we learned about this profession. We learned the importance of emotional intelligence, resiliency, and even breathing. And those subjects were reinforced by instructors with years of experience telling us that they wish these skills were taught to them many years ago. Because we learned how stress affects our mind and how chronic stress can affect our body over the years. We were even introduced to yoga, where a lot of us probably shared the same thoughts about doing that for the first time. But each session we learned more and saw more of the value of what it provided, and how the value of something as simple as breathing can change your entire demeanor. Another very important subject taught throughout the academy was community policing, learning the importance of being a part of our community and not apart from our community. We are present in our cities and counties representing not only ourselves, but our departments and the profession as a whole that the community members can either dislike, like, or be indifferent about. But each and every interaction that we come across every day can very, very easily change their point of view for the better or for the worse. But I'm confident that all the officers on this stage will have a positive impact on the citizens that we serve in our communities in those daily interactions. In conclusion, we are here today because we are all asked why we want to do this job, and the most common response was the desire to help people. But I think it goes deeper than that. I think it comes from a desire in our being that we want to help those that don't have the tools or resources to help themselves. Our day-to-day will be showing up on people's worst day, and if I were in their shoes, I'd hope it'd be one of the officers on this stage to answer that call. Thank you.
Andrew, it's my pleasure to present this plaque to you on behalf of the KLETC administration and 295 for being the representative and class president. Congratulations. Thank you. In law enforcement, ethics is at the forefront of training and our profession. The law enforcement oath of office affirmation is a constant reminder of the importance of always doing the right thing. This is something that we've discussed in depth during your time here at KLETC. The ultimate purpose of law enforcement is public service. Law enforcement officer assumes great responsibility when they affirm the oath of office. They have entered the profession of being role models, leading by example, enforcers of the law, and protectors of our communities. Because the Kansas Law Enforcement Training Center believes the concepts and principles within the oath should be a dominating force in all officers' lives, I'll ask Class President Lee to lead the class in the Law Enforcement oath of office affirmation. You may be seated. In a few moments, each of you will be presented with a challenge coin. A coin is very symbolical and meaningful. Challenge coins are given to someone as a reminder of them or to confirm membership in an organization or as being part of a group. The coin you'll receive today recognizes you as a graduate of the Kansas Law Enforcement Training Center. I'll ask that you carry it with you as a reminder of the lessons learned and the friendships forged during your time here at KLETC. On the back of this coin is the oath that each of you affirmed moments ago. Carry it with you always. Let it be a constant reminder to always do the right thing. Graduates, congratulations. It's been my honor and a pleasure to be a small part of your journey here at KLETC. More especially to be your class dad, Papa Rob, when needed. I wish you nothing but success, your continued safety, and service every day. I'll now ask the KLETC Associate Director, Alvin Sowers, to join me on stage to present the members of the 295th Basic Training Class with their certificates, and I'll present each of you with a coin. Class President Lee will now announce the names of the graduates of the 295th Basic Training Class.
Front row, please stand. Lee Atkinson, Lansing Police Department. Tony Asquith, Galena Police Department. Cody Bartell, Kingman Police Department. Tate Bartlett, Hayes Police Department. Teresa Bateman, Belle Plaine Police Department. Jayshawn Brown, Wichita State University Police Department. Garrett Gayoso, Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. Garrett Kiminaw, Ottawa County Sheriff's Office. Front row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Second row, please stand. Alexander LaFrance, Miami County Sheriff's Office. Theodore Lobengeyer, Pittsburgh Police Department. Lucas Lyons, Arkansas City Police Department. Carlos Mora, Seward County Sheriff's Office. Riley Muniz, Finney County Sheriff's Office. TJ Powell, Hutchinson Police Department. Julia Raymond, Riley County Police Department. Second row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Third row, please stand. Tristan Ryan, South Hutchinson Police Department. Michael Sanders, St. John Police Department. Justin Smithson, Riley County Police Department. Tyler Stover, Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Samuel Sullivan, Larned Police Department. Noah Tatro, Pratt Police Department. Terry Voigt, Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office. Devin Wisdom, Parsons Police Department.
And Andrew Lee of the Riley County Police Department. Third row, return to your seats. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, I'll certify each one of these officers as officers for the state of Kansas, but I wanted to take a moment to reflect a little bit about some things I saw today at lunch. I saw many of these officers taking their family around and being proud of our facility. And I thank you for that. And I thank the families for attending and being here. It means a lot to these folks. And to our fellow administrators that always come and support us, thank you very much. We appreciate it. 295th, would you please stand? On behalf of Director Beck, I hereby certify that each of you have completed the requirements to be law enforcement officers in the state of Kansas. And for the words they've been waiting 14 weeks to hear, class dismissed.